Tonight, there are efforts underway to not only help those living with special needs, but also their loved ones and their caretakers.
How convenient would it be to have powered changing tables in the rest areas along major highways? In a special report, News 3's Ashley Garrett sits down with one mom who's bringing this idea and more to fruition.
Sabrina Kimball of Tallahassee, Florida started her Universal Changing Places initiative back in 2015. The purpose, to make restrooms more user-friendly for all people, especially those living with special needs. Kimball says her initiative was inspired by Grayson, her 20-year-old son.
Here we go. He goes, this is tight.
Grayson contracted bacterial meningitis when he was a baby. He was only 10 days old. So it caused developmental delays, and it also caused cerebral palsy.
Kimball, a single mom, says before starting Universal Changing Places, it was hard trying to live a normal life with Grayson, specifically when it came time to change him.
We would have to try to figure out something in our minivan, and as he's gotten longer, it's become more and more challenging. We'd always have to leave. We had the stow and go seats, so we would leave one side open, and then you would have to take him out of his car seat, come around, and then lay him on the floor in the minivan.
Kimball reached out to News 3 after seeing my earlier report on a Savannah mom with a similar story. That mom is Paula Connolly.
We have a wheelchair accessible van where the Kanye's wheelchair goes in there, and we have space in the van, but our thing was, why should we have to lay her on the floor of the van to change her pull-up?
Since starting her initiative in 2015, Kimball started looking into powered changing tables.
For me, if I have to lower Grayson down, it's very difficult. He weighs 75 pounds. So to lower him down like that is very hard.
Kimball says during her powered changing table research, she found a site, Changing Stations UK. She assumed similar services were provided in the States, but that wasn't the case. She made several phone calls and built several relationships, making her the first person to get powered changing tables installed in the U.S. One of them is located in Doak Campbell Stadium at Florida State University.
Right now, I'm inside of the Florida State University football stadium, specifically inside of their adult changing station. And as you can see behind me, this is one of the powered changing tables that Ms. Kimball was telling us about. I managed to catch up with a Florida State representative who showed me how it works.
This actually lowers down to a point where a transfer can be made. So when it gets to that level, this will fold out. And then it provides a waist-high working surface for anybody that would have a need for it, that would be servicing the needs of somebody on the table itself.
Kimball also managed to get 2 more installed in the Civic Center in Tallahassee, also owned by FSU. But that's not all. There are 2 more installed along I-10 in Jefferson County.
She came to us with this good idea. It seemed very reasonable and very feasible. And as a best practice, we wanted to be the first state in the country to start doing this at our rest areas.
In less than 2 years, Kimball managed to help install 4 powered changing stations in 2 different counties. But now she's also helping make a positive impact in the lives of many. On your side, Ashley Garrett, WRBL News 3.
And Kimball says that she doesn't get any grants to help fund these projects. She says her word of mouth has helped carry out what she calls a labor of love.
Right now, she's working to get government funding to support her Universal Changing Places initiative.